on a Sunday morning, and I hope our audience they're gonna like it. And though we are a noob in terms of making a podcast, I hope it reaches wider audience. So let us introduce ourselves so that the audience also get to know where we come from and what are our backgrounds and stuff. So let's keep it very short and minimalistic. So I'm Pranav. I've been in the product space for more than 3+ years now. I aspire to be a product innovator and do something in a society wherein even if I'm not there, that innovation impacts the society, so on and so forth. Yes, guys, let's go with it. Let's go with the short introduction.
So my name is Ravi. I have been with IT industry for most of my career, in fact. So I've spent about 16 years in IT industry. I've been in services space, but have seen the product space too, right? And that has inspired me a lot. And with that, I'm planning to move into the product space, venture new products, also have plans to migrate the services industry, especially the IT services, into a product framework. So let's see how it goes.
That's interesting.
Okay, myself,
So
Asha. So I've been working as a project manager for the past 5 years. I've been in the semiconductor domain, and I'm here to talk more about product management and I get the peers' view more about it. Yeah.
right,
So,
cool,
hi
cool.
everybody, Hariharan this side. Uh, I'm predominantly in the technical part of the IT industry, where in which predominantly I've spent my time with ERP tools, especially SAP. Started as a developer and then moved into operations and support. Uh, that's where I got the actual motivation or vision to land into the product space, because when you've been a developer and in the side where you communicate with business stakeholders and boundary applications and customers, you know, like, what is the pain to develop
Mhm.
a great product. So I'm wishing to do such great things, and yeah, let's see how the life goes.
That sounds very interesting, guys. So let's get started. So I personally believe that whatever we do in life, each and every aspects of activities we do, there is always the art as well as a science part to it. And so with that, let's begin a very basic topic that has not been spoken out there because we always try to speak about larger aspects of product. But let's stick on to the basics, the art and the science of product management. I know it's a little controversial because a lot of people who believe it's more towards the science and some believe it's more towards the art. So let's gather your views, guys. The art and science of product management. But I personally believe that if I have to give an analogy, a director of a film is like a product manager, wherein he knows the direction, the vision, and strategy on how the film has to go ahead in terms of pre-production, production, and post-production, and so on and so forth. So let's get started. The floor is yours, guys. Yours, guys. Yeah, let's go.
So I would want to say, let's be clear, okay? Product management is always a science, right? Rooted in data, experimentation, measurable outcomes, right? It's not guesswork or intuition in fact. The best products thrive because decisions are tested, validated, and refined through metrics. Without data, you're just gambling, isn't it? If it can't be measured, it
Yeah.
can't be managed. That's what I feel, and that's not product leadership, as per my opinion.
Okay, I beg to differ
Anybody has
here.
to counter? Yeah, let's go, Arsha. Let's go. Me
I
have
beg
a
to differ
counterpart to
here.
it. Yeah.
Sure. Product management is far more of an art. It's about intuition, understanding human behavior, and connecting with users at a deeper level. Data can only tell you what happened, not why it happened. Apple is a perfect example. Steve Jobs built products on vision and intuition, not on focus groups.
Okay.
Friends, Yeah, listening to both of you talk is like watching my mother make biryani, right? She doesn't just follow her grandmother's recipe blindly. That is pure art. She also doesn't just measure spices mathematically. That's pure science. She combines cooking, intuition with precise timing, also considering the family feedback with what she had made priorly. The result, biryani with soul and consistency. That is product management, guys.
Oh, that's great. I mean, so what I get to understand here is, I mean, uh, I mean, I do agree with each and every one of you and Hari weaving both the art and science part of the product management. So, so let's dive a little more deeper. Let's try to decipher the word itself, product management. So, management itself a subject that is backed by both art and science because it talks about efficiency and there's always an art to managing things. And when you weave it with product, so product is built with an idea, product is built with intuition, product is built with a lot of technologies. So when you mix both together, it becomes product management and completely agree that it is a mixture of both art and science. So if I have to talk about the mathematical aspect, the sets part of it, it's a union of both art and science, whereas the common factor is the intersection wherein the product management sits over there. So do you guys agree with this, or can we discuss a little more on this? Since we are on the same page now, I mean, I hope I don't know if Ravi is still towards the science part and
Sign.
Harsha is towards the art part. But let's understand since we are all the students of product leadership and management, I think we can come to a common point and try to expand it further.
I doubt. I have. Okay, let
Yeah,
me
this is very
give you a
strong. Yeah.
few examples, right? So let's talk about a very common example. We'll talk about Tesla. It's a prime example of scientific product management, isn't it? You, it's rooted deep into product engineering precisions, data analytics, and iterative testing. You talk about Google, they go with A/B testing. Amazon, they go with what is that? Conversion optimization. And if you talk about Netflix, personalized recommendations. Now, Tesla, they use real world data to refine every decision they
Okay.
make, right? Its cars update via over the air experiments, its factory is a product, and its fleet is a living lab if you have seen it. So these companies don't guess, they test, measure, and optimize. That's not intuition, that's structured, scalable innovation. That's science in action, isn't it?
Okay. Asha, you would wanna counterpart?
So yeah,
Do you
moving
want it?
forward, moving forward, I would say product management isn't just about shipping features. It's about crafting stories that inspire belief. So
Mm,
Tesla's product announcements always come with a narrative, not just here's a new car, but here's how we are redefining energy, how here we are going to solve autonomy, and here's how transportation will never be same. Tesla paints a vision of future, makes you feel part of a revolution. That's not a roadmap, that's an artful storytelling. The essence of a art in product management, when you have the courage to build something that doesn't yet have in market because you believe the market will catch it up. Tesla launches aren't just events, they are movements. They dominate headlines, spark debates, and redefine what's possible. In the world of product management, I feel Tesla reminds us that while spreadsheets and sprint cycles are important, it's an emotional craft. The vision, the narrative, the risk that separates good products from iconic ones. Tesla didn't launch the cars, they launched dreams, and they did it with the soul of an artist.
no, that's a philosophical approach, Isha. I mean, artistic and a philosophical approach. Hari, I know you have some kind of analogy to amalgamate both, just like your the thought of biryani. So yeah, let's hear from you.
Perfect. Pranav, I echo both Harsha and Ravi here, right? But let's talk about Zomato, guys, which is something we all use in our day-to-day life. The science part, they track delivery times, ratings, weather patterns. AI predicts what you'll order before you know you are hungry. That's the science part, guys. Talking about the art, remember those funny notifications? Your food is getting cold faster than your ex is feeling. How crazy is it, right? How pure creativity, man. Our
Completely
understanding
understandable. Yeah.
of Indians love deals and social status, that is Zomato's gold. And that's what the product they named as Zomato Gold. Magic happens when we combine both, guys, right? That's the magic. Using data to find the right audience or creative campaigns, and using creativity to make cold data feel human. That's where the amalgamation lies to mix both the art and science. If I have to cite few more examples, I'll take Pranav's help here. Okay, he cited when he started the introduction about the movie, right? Directing a film is the art part. The post production and the distribution is the science part. Coming to healthcare
Right.
industries, right? Robotic surgeries is the art. Versus you need to have a patient care and empathy when you're actually dealing with humans. That is the art. So with that, I'll move ahead, passing it over to you, Pranav.
Oh, thanks, man. I mean, you gave the baton to me. So uh, let's think of it on a much more larger spectrum. So since we discussed about a hardware product and Harsha talking about Tesla, both Ravi and Harsha bringing about Tesla, Google. So we discussed a wide range of hardware as well as software products here. And Hari coming in forth, viewing both hard and science, giving an example of Zomato. So we also discussed the design aspect also. So let's make it a little more broader. So you have like, so what I see is, and what I've learned and why our discussion is, we have three circles here. Like one talking about the design aspect, one talking about the business aspect. So there is design, there is business, and there is tech, right? So the design as well as the business part of it, s- they play somewhere even in the art space too. And technology, as Ravi said, it is a science space. So once you combine everything, once you combine these major three circles, which talks about the technical aspects, the design aspects, as well as the business aspects, that is where the beauty of product management lies. And Ravi was talking about Tesla. He gave a really good uh, critical informations regarding how Tesla they manufacture, how they measure outcomes, what are the metrics being used in Zomato, so on and so forth. But since I also come from a background of mechanical engineering and me being automotive enthusiast, let me bring in a topic of industrial design, wherein there is a subset called as transportational design. If you look at the design of Tesla cars, it is very much progressive. So whenever you look at the body of Tesla car, you'll be like, wow, what a futuristic design, man. That is where the art lies. So if you consider Tesla as a body, as a living being, or as a machine, so the science runs through which means you have a lot of electrical circuits, you have a lot of body parts, and since it's also been driven by AI, that is when the science also comes. But what is holding all these together is the body part, wherein there's a lot of art being imposed there in terms of design language, logos, branding, so on and so forth. So even when so Arsha beautifully brought in the concept of the user stories and the storytelling. So the branding is all about storytelling, right? How Tesla has to be perceived, how they want their brand to be perceived by each and every customers of theirs. And Hari, you're talking about Zomato. Yes, I did get a notification regarding biryani this morning, Arsha, saying that the biryani is missing you. So I completely get that. So you're getting played with your emotions. So yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I can see Arsha agreeing to the science part also. I mean, I think he completely agrees it's both art and science, but I don't know if Ravi is still predominantly driven towards science. But go ahead, Ravi. I just want to understand if you're still
Right.
driven towards the science or yeah.
Always, always, in fact. I mean, since you brought up the topic of AI, right? In this AI era, if you talk about, a scientific approach to product management is no longer optional, it's an essential thing to do. Future products must be built on measurable hypotheses, continuous experimentation, and real time data feedback. Right? For the AI systems to learn, of course. So, learn, adapt, and scale only when fed with machine learning, precision must. So, I'm just getting into that domain, but when we talk about products which are intelligent, ethical, and sustainable, we need the scientific rigor from problem discovery to post launch iterations. Everything is science, is what I feel. Intuitions may inspire, but only science will scale.
Okay. So, Arsha, do you have any counterpart to it? Because I do have a really good example to counterpart it.
Okay, so as you all know, all right now the buzzword which is happening around is AI. But as we all know, AI can automate data analysis. It can also prioritize the backlog items. Even it can generate user stories, but it cannot replicate what is more about an empathy, strategic vision, influence without authority, navigating organizational policies, ethical considerations in product choices, and all those. As PMs, we must protect the human centric core of product development. Tools will evolve, data will multiply, but the heart of product management is really about solving real problems for real people, which remains irreplaceable even with AI coming into place at the moment. At the end of the day, customers don't fall in love with the data which we use to build our algorithms using AI. They fall in love with the experiences and crafting those. That's more of an art, which I would like to conclude here.
Yeah, I think Harsha and Ravi, you guys are making my job really easy, man. Yeah, so thank you for that. Uh, this proves my amalgamation point, right? See, we are building applications, product, everything. It's for humans and not for machines.
True.
Humans need both logic, emotion, as well as function and feeling. The future isn't about choosing art or science. It's about mastering both perfectly and in the right sweet spot. Using data to validate intuition makes better decisions, but using creativity to humanize metrics, build products people love. So I love to end with that. Pass it to Pranav.
Oh man, I think I guess I lost you guys for a moment over there. I guess it's because of the I mean shit happens, right? So that's how you deal with life. It's beautiful. I mean, I just wanted to make a point. So when you look at luxury products, let's talk about let's. I wouldn't digress, but let's talk about luxury products here, specifically consumable products or consumable goods in luxury space. Let's take an example of brands like Gucci, Versace, Louis Vuitton, or so on and so forth. I don't know if Ravi will still talk about science aspects here, but yeah, I mean, we can talk about the leather they use, the quality of stitching they use. Those are all technological aspects to it. But if you see the most expensive product of these brands, it is either handmade or it has a really great design language. And since they're also products, they're also luxury products being made with very intricate artistic details and handcrafted, those products are also successful. Do you agree with this, Ravi? I mean, I understand the technological aspects of where you are coming from, but I don't want to push you really hard. But But yeah,
No, I agree to your point, Pranav, but understand that, building those products also require a lot of scientific approach.
right. I think Ravi is like really inspired by a lot of
Science.
scientists of the world. So, but yeah, so we spoke about till now we spoke about the art and the science aspects of the product management. What I can what by our discussion here, what I've understood is both art and science are one. Art is a form of science, and science is a form of art. It's all lies in the eyes of the beholder, the way we approach things is what I can understand from our discussion. So yeah, I mean, it was a very interesting conversation, listening like great points from each and every one of you guys. So yeah, let's go on with our weekend. Let's understand how we can use art and science aspects for our weekends and get back to our work on Monday. So yeah, great conversation, guys. So yeah, let's log out. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for
Bye
being
bye.
here.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Pranav.
Bye. Bye.
I
Thank
would
you.
also want to ask the audience to
Yeah, let's go.
share
Yeah.
their feedback on this, right? I feel science always has an upper hand on this. I want to hear from the audience if they have to add something to it. I want more people in my side. So,
While
yeah.
Ravi canvases for science part, I should also do my part, right? See, I need supporters for me who quotes that it's amalgamation of both, guys. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think Arsha is already towards our side wherein he agrees
Yeah.
with the amalgamation.
I've reeled him in,
So
okay? I've reeled him
So
in this
remember,
case.
I would say one thing: great product management is not about just building features, but about understanding the user needs, fostering collaboration and continuous learning. So we need to keep experimenting, stay curious, and never lose sight of the value you're creating.
So Arsha brought in the other topic here, the emotional intelligence part of the product management. I think let's have that for the next day, for another day, Arsha. Like, but yeah, I think amalgamation wins. Let's look at our comments also. So I mean, the poll goes to the audience now. So yeah, let's wrap. So let's see what audience they have to say. Yeah, let's log out, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Great
thank you.
conversation. Yeah.
Thank you, team.